Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. This is John with Tommy's Top Picks here to bring you a mail day. I haven't done this in a while because I haven't had that many things that were interesting to talk about. But I wanted to show you guys that I am putting my money where my mouth is with package after package after package, and there's more off to the side. So we're gonna go ahead and open them. I'll show you some of the things I'm buying. It's nothing too fancy, I'll be honest, but I just kind of wanted to update everyone. I'm talking about how I'm aggressively buying now, and this is what that means. So this all showed up today. It was mostly a confluence of weather, I will be honest. It wasn't all ordered at the same time. There's just some weather stuff with the hurricane that messed up some of the shipping, and it all ended up at my post office on the same day. Generally speaking, what I'm doing is going back into old products, buying old sealed stuff, which is what a lot of the ones off to the side are, I'm sure, based on the size of the box. And then buying kind of the collectible side of old Magic. So I actually started diving into graded a little bit, getting alpha beta cards, things like that. I'm not sure which ones are here today. I'll double check and audit all the order history and all that stuff when we're done here. Sorry, this is a crazy taped up. I took one of those envelopes and taped up the pull tab that lets you open it. So I'm just going to cut into it. Okay. Oh, lovely. And they wrapped it in yet another box. All right. I believe those are graded, not graded boxes, graded cards. Pretty sure this is a collector's box based on the size. Ooh, I gotta be careful. That was pretty close to the plastic wrap. Don't want to nick that. That is part of the point of having sealed product. Alright, so here's the first one I can just straight up show you. Let me get this last piece of tape. Boom. Went back for some Theros. Never got this one before. Quite a bit of a collection of collector's stuff. As well finish with that. So I got a bunch of collector stuff I picked up, and Theros was one of the ones I never got. Another one is the Throne of Eldraine. Never quite got that completed. So hopefully get that. Commander Legends also super expensive. Haven't gotten that one. Ixalan old school. This is dirt cheap and fairly old as far as we're talking about normal sets. So I picked that up because it was really low price. I know everyone's like, oh, it was a horrible set, whatever. I don't care. Prices go up over time. That's the point of this. It's all buy, store, flip. That is the name of the game. My model is working so far. I have a 3-year execution plan structured and planned out, including expenses for storage when I completely run out of space and have to do a storage unit. Got that calculated out. Got the sizes figured out. Got everything. Shelf I want to put in there. I just installed a new shelf in my office, which is actually pretty sweet because now I can look at my stuff, or more stuff, I guess, on a different shelf, different angle, different thing. Same sort of thing, so it's a matching shelf. It's a little extreme, I'd say. Not for everyone, but it saves me on paying a monthly storage fee for a storage unit, which is kind of the next phase. And if I can get through the second year without having to do that, then my expenses are very, very reasonable. And when they're very reasonable, it allows you to make more profits. And that is the ultimate goal. All right. So this one everyone's going to boo at. God, peanuts everywhere. Got cleaners coming later today, so trying not to make too much of a mess, but that's failing miserably. Boo. The Unholy Vampire. Dirt cheap right now. Eventually it will go up. People will be like, I want that vampire. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. I think it's kind of fun. Worst case scenario, I draft that with my friends in a Halloween or two. And it'll feel special because by then the boxes will be worth more. So let's see what we got in here. Try and keep this moving. Oh man, this one's done very well. Cellophane nicely wrapped. Let's see. Alright. This one I actually am excited about. I never got this before. So I'm pleased with that one too. And then last box before we go into the graded stuff. What have we got in here? Oh, is this box just like a really awkward shape? It is. Okay, interesting. I forgot about this. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. So I never had this either. Zendikar Rising set booster. So hopefully you guys get to see that. So what we got here? Here we go. Guilds. This is a return to guilds. Crimson Val. Everyone knows that one. I have some other stuff coming. I probably won't do another mail video. I have probably 3 times this amount of stuff coming. But it's just, you know, it's over days and days. Like I said, I'm aggressively accumulating, and I will continue to do this for the next, call it 10 months or so, on a weekly basis, give or take. Got the 2 collector boxes. Sorry, in case you didn't get a chance to see those. And let's get into this graded stuff. And then I will, at that point, I'll reevaluate. The only time I will change my mind on that is if the Fed pivots and things shift in the general economy. Then I may cease to buy, or I may look at other options at that point. Just a little update on the, I think it was Sunday or Saturday, news of the markets. Fed is, oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, this is a classic. So the Fire Elemental 9.0, I believe this is a beta. Yeah, beta card. You can see it. It's not perfect, but it's pretty. It's nice. So I'm starting to get a few of these. Yeah, so people are looking for unemployment to rise before markets hit the recessionary component that's the usual turnaround point for equity markets and that sort of thing. I am putting money in first, and then if that happens, I will go even more aggressively. But I have capital sitting on the sidelines and have for a while, so I'm interested in getting it in. We have seen the dollar rise and equities fall approximately 30% from the top. And so as a result, I feel like I have de-risked that transition by being in cash during that period. So limiting my overall value loss, and now I'm going to reverse that flow, knowing full well that the risk is that we continue further down, and we can. I mean, there's nothing to say we can't for another year, 2 years, whatever. I don't think it will be, but it's possible. I put that as a small likelihood, and I'm willing to take the loss on it if that happens, because I don't think the fall from here will be too heavily weighted to be unrecoverable shortly thereafter. So if we do fall, I'm okay with that. If we go sideways, I'm okay with that, because that means this is a long-term accumulation phase, which is kind of what I'm thinking or planning for, as kind of the most likely case. And if we do fall, I do have a bunch of orders, basically limit orders, set at various points to allow me to pick up any quick flash crash style stuff. So I have capital deployable laddered down from here. I am deploying capital aggressively on a week-by-week basis into various things like we talked about before, crypto, equities, collectibles, as you can see here, and that sort of thing. And then from there, we revisit when one of 2 things happens. The Fed pivots, i.e. they stop interest rate hikes, because that would change the dynamic of the markets that we're looking at, or unemployment spikes, because if that happens, that means the Fed's pivot is imminent. Essentially, that's what they said they were looking for. So unless something changes, that's kind of what we're targeting and paying attention to and working off of. You can't fight the Fed. It's not advisable to fight the Fed, and the Fed is definitely making big moves. Like I said, they're unwinding $8 trillion worth of assets, so they have the power of every market right now. So you want to be in position to work with what they're doing, and that is what I'm setting up to do. So I hope you find this content informational, useful. None of it's financial advice, as always. I got some beautiful cards to sit on my shelf, and that's really the exciting part. Forget about the economic news. This just brings smiles to my face, right? That's the whole point. If you enjoy it, then do it, and I enjoy it. So thought I'd share that with y'all, and until next time, have a good one.